Yeah, Mike Tyson's getting back into the ring.
Mm. You ever see latter day Muhammad Ali boxing?
Yeah.
It's not pretty.
Well, the good thing is kind of in this scenario, Mike Tyson would be AMD, and whoever he's fighting would be Intel.
Wow.
You like that? It's a good transition. AMD had some incredible
Did he
numbers
just
yesterday.
Yeah, although by the way, it kind of highlights how small the company is, right? I mean, comparatively. I think I just looked up Nvidia for some reason, and I saw that they're at about 3 billion in revenues a quarter. So AMD was up 26%.
Billion or million?
Billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So AMD's just south of 2 billion, and will be north of 2 billion this quarter. So I don't know, what was Intel's? I'd have to look it up. I mean, Intel was probably some tens of billions, right? So.
Yeah, but I mean, and then they said their full year, like they basically just not bumped up all of their projections for revenues and everything else, and
yeah. I mean, Intel is like too big to fail, I guess.
Yeah,
almost 20 billion for Intel, so they're 7-ish times as big as AMD. I mean, but I don't know. I keep saying this, but I feel like we're cresting a wave with Intel. Like that could all come crashing down.
Yep. Other things that are crashing down onto your Teams tenant, if you're lucky, are Microsoft 365 tasks. Is I hate saying this word, rolling out, because that just means that some people have it, you may not have it.
Yep. Yeah, and I wish they would be clear about that, because inevitably the bitching that occurs is in our comment sections and not where it belongs with the guy who decided to drip drop it out.
Well, no, it can be on this podcast because I don't have it in ours, and I wanted to use it. I want to start using that, and I can't because
What's the status? What about Microsoft account integration or like Skype integration? What's going on there?
It's supposed to be available.
Is it?
Yeah. Who knows?
How does that work? How do you do that, Brad? If I wanted to use Teams and not Skype?
Yeah. So you would just type Mary Jo Foley's, I think, email address.
Okay.
Or maybe her username, and then
it should come up, and then I can add her.
Yeah, something like that. So,
because I do have a handful of people that still use. It'd be nice not to have 2 apps going. But see, ideally, what this would do is just connect to my account, and so if anyone contacts me on Skype, because there are people who randomly do from time to time, like that, if that could just surface through Teams.
Yeah, sure, it'd be nice, but you can keep hoping.
Is that too much to ask? Too much?
Yeah.
Okay.
It probably is. There's probably some, I don't know, black magic and policies or whatever. But you're supposed to be able to just go up to the little search bar, type in her email address, and you might have to hit search externally, and then they tell me it will find people. But I still can't chat from Teams to my own personal Skype. So, it just says message failed every time, which is...
I'm in the App Store now, Brad. What happened?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my life, my Teams, my anything. Spotify, though, is doing pretty well. Almost 300 million users. That's...
Yeah, they couldn't have goosed that one, huh? Mm-hmm. $2.99.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Throw out a BOGO offer, just whatever.
Something.
Whatever. Good for them.
Yeah, 138 million, I believe, are premium paid customers.
I am one of them.
Yeah, no, I am too, even though I never use it. But
congrats, you are the best kind of user.
My whole family uses it. No. My wife, my daughter, and my son all use it. So
yeah.
And I can't save money by not using it, because I got to tell you, the best thing about what used to be Google Play Music and is now YouTube Music is I get no ads on YouTube. I can't even imagine using YouTube with ads, because every time you ever do you do this? Yeah, you must. Is that normal?
Yeah,
ads on YouTube. It's the worst. I'm on YouTube every day.
I skip the ads, but yeah. Yep. I don't know. I'm tempted to do the 1 month free trial offer, hoping that gets rid of that stupid pop up that says, please try our 1 month free trial. But then I realized you'd be like, hey, why don't you renew your subscription for the next beyond.
I don't know how often you use YouTube, but I got to tell you, I can't even imagine having to deal with ads on YouTube. It's because every once in a while I'll open like an incognito window. I'll be somewhere where I'm not logged in or whatever, and it's like, oh my God, what is going on here? And it's like, oh, this is normal. You watch like a car ad before you watch a 30-second kitten video. Come on. That's crazy.
That's what Paul does on his lunch break. He's like, "Look, honey, look at the cat."
Actually, I'll just tell you this because you would love this, and I think everyone would love this. I assume there'll be one right at the top. Nope. All right, I'll go to my history. There is a series of. Let me just find it before I say what it is. There's a series of YouTube videos, and they are called. Come on, Paul. Seriously. Sorry, I watched a lot of Red Sox videos recently. Lots of good Jerry Remy stuff on YouTube too. Anyway, Jesus, seriously. Yeah, it's called Daily Dose of Internet.
Mm-hmm.
You need to look this up. These videos are awesome. And there's always something really funny. It'll be like a dog that talks like a person, or a a train that blows snow on people standing at the station. There's always some great video that starts it off. And then the guy is really into like drone videos and people diving off of mountains with those wingsuit things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. But this incredible stuff, like a fire truck is driving down the road and spontaneously a car right next to it like explodes into flames, and they're right there, so they just kind of save the day. Anyway, if you start watching this, you'll never stop watching these videos. They're excellent.
All right.
Daily Dose of Internet. You're welcome. I know you're nodding your head and you're not going to do it, but seriously, Daily Dose.
I know. I was
Internet.
thinking that this was going to turn into you just talking about some like long stream of cat videos that you just watch every day at lunch, while you're eating your porridge.
No, I mean, some of these videos are, there's always some animal component to these videos, and some of them are just spectacular.
Oh, God.
And if you'll welcome it. You'll seriously, you'll thank me.
If you want to limit Paul's ability to watch Daily Dose of Internet videos, there's a family safety app is now available. I think on Android and iOS is coming later this week or something like that.
Yeah, so. No, I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
You know what was fantastic though, Paul? 20. Mm-hmm. So this is a weird metric though. Microsoft 365 generated over $20 billion in revenue, which is a great headline. Don't get me wrong. It's a great headline for Microsoft. It's absolutely true. But the thing is like Microsoft 365 was like, we'll just take this, and this, and just mash them together. And there you go.
Yeah, it's hard because parts of that thing span different parts of the business,
right.
But they make up this metric every quarter called Commercial Cloud, right? So Commercial Cloud this past quarter, I've just stopped reporting this number because it makes me crazy that they do this, but it's literally a stew of things that they feel did well that quarter. They just throw them together and say, here's a number. So that number was $50 billion. Now, it's not clear if 100% of the $20 billion that Microsoft 365 generated is in Commercial Cloud. Guessing, well, it could be, right?
Yeah.
But to compare those two businesses, it's like basically the best and probably most of what Microsoft offers in the cloud totally is $50 billion, and Microsoft 365 by itself was $20 billion. I mean, it's not a fair comparison. Because
one of those things where you add up all the numbers, that there's more billions than Microsoft actually made. It's pretty great.
Yes, and that's the problem with made-up numbers because, it doesn't always add up.
There's imaginary numbers in math, and there's also imaginary numbers in the Microsoft earnings. So
that's right, and they're not the same kind of imaginary.
No, because math imaginary numbers are actually real, which is weird. Right. But
it's almost ironic.
A little bit. Is that Alanis Morissette? A little bit ironic or whatever. Who sang that?
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just waiting for.
Because nothing in that song is actually ironic.
I know. Actually, we had. Oh God. I think
like rain on the wedding day. No, that's not ironic. It's just sad.
I remember. I want to say it was 7th or 8th grade. Our English teacher played that song, and then we had to do like write up about it. Like, is any of this actually ironic, or is it just bad luck?
The answer was no, right? Yeah. None of it's ironic.
That's the ironic part of.
The other ironic part of this is that the general acceptance of what that word means has changed in part because of that song, right? And that's one of the things that's kind of doesn't suck about language, but it's one of the realities of language is that definitions of terms is kind of arbitrary, and now it's sort of, I hate it as a writer, I hate this, but I mean it's sort of generally accepted that anything that is kind of a bad turn of events or whatever you want to call that, a bad circumstance is a lot of people would say is ironic now. And it's like, okay, but that's what happens.
Yeah, but wasn't there another word like that recently, like irresponsible or something like that? It wasn't really a word, and then now it's just a word because people just sort of forced
irresponsible. That's right.
Yeah.
Or like flammable means, or inflammable means flammable.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Yeah. Have you ever watched Cougar Town, by the way, which is a way better show than its title suggests? They have a little it's like people, it's like kind of like how you or I live in a little group of families, and they have like a little council, and they all vote on things, and like one of the people in the group always misstates things, and then she holds it to a vote, and they just change the definition. It's always like, you can't do that. It's like, we voted. So it's kind of a running gag in the show. It's good. I'm full of entertainment ideas today for some reason.
Maybe we just blow off this work thing. What is today? Wednesday. Tomorrow's trash day. That's good. It's good. Keeping track of.
Actually, while we're keeping track, we're going to take Friday, Monday off. Mm-hmm. Because literally, I was out walking the dog with my wife, and she mentioned, we've got the friends I've mentioned a few times are coming to visit. And I was like, wait a minute, when are they coming? And she's like, tomorrow. And I'm like, tomorrow? She goes, you know what day of the week it is, right? I'm like, I don't even know what month it is. Like, yeah. So, I'll still write something each day like I do. I mean, in the mornings and stuff. But I'm not going to do Ask Paul on Friday, and we won't be doing the podcast Friday and Monday.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I didn't think he'd complain.
No.
Yeah. Daily dose of internet.